Good morning. Welcome to the very first vlog of 2024. Happy New Year. How is everyone? Did my voice just crack? I think it did. I am so excited to be vlogging with you guys again. I took a bit of a break between Christmas and New Year's. Well, there was a bit of a debacle, but I'll get into that in just a bit. But it's so good to be back. It's so good to be chatting with you guys. I have things like all throughout break, I was like, ooh, I've got to put this aside. So I make sure to show you guys, or like, ooh, I can't wait for them to see this. So anyway, I've got a bunch of things that have come in, lots to catch up on, lots to share with you guys. I hope you guys had a really great holiday season. Re-entry was tough. I don't know if I'm the only one, but re-entry was really tough into the 1st of January. I started vlogging on the 1st of January. And I vlogged all day. I even did some sponsored content, and I did it all on my vlogging camera. And I went to upload the footage, and it was janky like I've never seen it janky. Like, just, it's sometimes the footage comes in, there's no sound, or like the focus is completely off. I mean, just things that are like, oh my God, I didn't check on that, or I didn't see it in the monitor or whatever. But this was like the files were screwed up, and I thought, oh God, is it corrupt? So I changed out my SD card. That didn't work, and I filmed everything again. So I filmed what was supposed to be this vlog like 3 times, like 3 times. And I did my sponsored content like 3 times. And I just couldn't figure out what it was, and I just accepted the fact that it was my camera. I have been vlogging really hard, as you guys know, with this Sony ZV-1 camera. It's the one that I had in Morocco, was stolen from me, and I purchased at that point. And so it should definitely last more than a year. But I, like I've always said, am not careful with my things. And I am always vlogging with this camera. So I'm carrying it around with me. I'm throwing it into my bag. I drop this camera, like literally like drop it on the ground at least once a week. It'll just boink, and I'm like, oh shit, you know, and like pick it up. But it's always worked. I was beside myself. I was like, oh my God, I have to get another freaking camera. And it was New Year's Day, and I was I was angry, I was frustrated, I was annoyed. And then I thought to myself, you know what? This camera got me through Mishmas. I mean, there were points where I was like, this camera's gonna start smoking. It was just like on, off, here, there, importing, exporting. You know, I was just doing so much with this little camera. Again, not that I can't handle it, but I really put it through the ringer. And I was like, you know what? I should just be thankful that if it was gonna break, it broke after Mishmas. So here it was, January 1st, and it was like no more. So, do you know what I learned on January 1st is that Best Buy is open 365 days a year. Did you know that? I had no idea. At first I was like, wait a second, is it open like 24/7, 365? No, it's not open 24/7, but it's open 365 every single day of the year. And I kept looking, and I kept calling the store, like, you know, and they had the automated. I just couldn't believe it. It was like, we are open, you know, until 7 p.m. And I was like, on New Year's Day? So anyway, I ordered another camera, same one. I ordered another camera and, you know, ordered it for pickup, and I got the pickup notification, and I was like, wow, they're actually open on New Year's Day. So it all worked out, except, you know, here I am filming my very first vlog of 2024 again, but that's fine, that's fine. So there were a lot of things that I was like unboxing with you guys that I won't be unboxing with you guys. I'll just be showing you. But I got, you know, I bought some things for myself for Finland. A couple of friends sent me some presents, and yeah, just some random things to show you. So can't wait to do that. And I'm ashamed to say that my Christmas tree is still up. There it is in all its glory. I meant to take it down like last weekend, which is the weekend before, the weekend before New Year's. So it contained New Year's Eve. Anyway, I was gonna take it down that day, that weekend, but I was just in, I flitted between relaxation mode and like organizing mode during like my week off. And I just never got around to the tree. And I have to get it. I'm like kind of tired of looking at it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's sitting there. It actually is great light. We don't have to put like the overhead lighting on. in that room, but it needs to come down. So I'm gonna be doing that, not in this vlog, but I need to do that probably this weekend, I think. And gosh, what else do I have to share with you? Well, you know, people always ask me if I make resolutions or goals or things like that for 2024 or for the new year. And I don't know. I don't like resolutions. Resolutions, I know that's not what the word means, but it has the connotation of like, I need to change this about myself. I just feel like it comes from a very negative place. So I prefer goals, or like I want to reach a certain achievement of some sort. And I am a very goal-oriented person. So I'm definitely gonna write down some goals, and I'll make a video about that, because I think the evolution of my goals from when I was younger to now that I'm 50, is very different. The focus is very, very different. So stay tuned for that. You'll get a 2024 goals video. I also want to do a video, which may be the next one, I'm not sure. But I want to do like a what I'm leaving behind in 2023, or what I'm carrying forward into 2024. So maybe it'll be not a two-parter, but like a two sides of the same coin kind of video. So that I would definitely like to do. So definitely stay tuned for that. And what else do I want to share with you guys? It's so good to be like sitting down and talking to you again. I always miss it. It's like, you know, breaks are always needed, and it's nice to like miss what you're doing instead of, you know, by the end of Mishmas, I'm a little sick of doing it. I'm sure you guys are a little bit sick of me. So it's nice. It's nice to come back and feel like, oh, this is like, I forgot how much I enjoy doing this, just like sitting down and chatting with you guys. I am drinking a different coffee. So many of you asked me if I was going to get any of the coffees that I tried in that Beanbox advent calendar. And I didn't like any of them enough. I mean, there were plenty in there that if someone got me a bag, I would finish it, no problem. But none that I would like make the effort to go and find or whatever. And they were, you know, it was a great selection of coffees, but none of them really like stuck out to me. And so I've always told you guys that I'm really into Indonesian coffee. That's, I guess, my favorite place where beans come from. So I found, and this is not new, but they were on sale at Whole Foods, and Stumptown is one of my favorite coffee roasters. This is the Indonesia single origin organic coffee. So that is what I am drinking at the moment, and it is definitely, what's the word? It's like more layered. There's a lot more going on with this coffee than the Starbucks Sumatra, which is what I've been drinking. And I like the Starbucks Sumatra because it is very simple. It is very just like coffee. Like nothing crazy, not a ton of different notes or whatever. It's just coffee. This one has a few different flavors in there. And so it's different, but it's really nice. And some mornings I've been putting like 1 scoop of the Stumptown and 1 scoop of the Starbucks to kind of like change it up a little bit, or just mix it up a little bit. And yeah, it's great. It's very robust, and it doesn't have that tartness that I don't like they have from like African beans, which I know is very, very popular. I think most people like that. I don't like a light tart coffee. So anyway, this is really very enjoyable. So I don't know if you guys have a similar coffee taste to me. I think you would like this Stumptown Indonesia. So that's the coffee that I'm drinking. And while I'm at it, while I'm sitting here, I am staring at this present that my friend Marie got me. So my friend Marie, she's a friend from here in Las Vegas, and we met actually through knitting, but she's the friend that referred me to my trainer. So she's the one that went through this like physical transformation. She is like my inspiration. She's like all in. She works out all the time. She's, you know, always like following our trainer's diet. It works. Like, she just looks fantastic. Anyway, one of the things that our trainer tells us is to drink a gallon of water a day. Now, when I first started with him, it wasn't a problem. I was like, okay, I'm in it, you know, and I have this 32-ounce bottle. So I was drinking 4 of those. And I've just fallen off. You know, I drink maybe half a gallon a day, which historically for me is very, very good, but it's not as much as he would like. So I used to always, well, I do still kind of make fun of Marie because she would walk around with this gallon water bottle. And I was like, where did you even find a gallon water bottle? Like, that is so heavy. So it's this giant water bottle. Anyway, I guess because I made so much fun of her, she got me one. Look at this bottle, head for reference. Look at how big this bottle is. So it has these like little inspirational phrases here and times. It ends at 9 o'clock, which is when I'm fast asleep. So I need to finish before then. But you can see it's at 3 p.m. So I drink a lot of water when I wake up. You know, when I take vitamins or whatever, it's like I will drink probably like 32 ounces, just like I have a hard time swallowing pills. So I drink a lot of water to swallow pills or whatever. I drink a lot when I first wake up. I'll drink a lot while I'm, you know, eating breakfast or whatever. And this is usually where I come to a standstill though. It's hard for me to get past, and I think this is like the half-gallon mark, because I start drinking my coffee and then I'll have like a seltzer, which I guess you could kind of count as water, but I really need to drink the whole gallon every day. So anyway, this is a great water bottle. I mean, I don't think there are a lot of gallon-sized water bottles out there. I'm sure you can find them. But it has this like bungee cord handle, which makes it very easy to hold when it is full. Like when it's full, I can't do this. I can't just like hold it in my hand like this. It's just way too heavy. It's got this flip top lid with a lock. So if you press this in, the lid pops open. But if you switch this up, it's like locked. So it's really cool. So you can pop it open and this straw pops out. So I was very confused by how this straw worked, but there's a very soft, rubbery bottom to the straw. So that's what is actually kind of like collapsing, is that rubbery part. And so when you close the lid, the straw just like sinks down. So it's very cool. Of course, you don't have to use the straw. You can just take this out and you can just chug out of this opening if you want. I like the straw because it's almost too heavy to do this, especially when you have it full. And I can just see myself like dropping the whole water bottle on my face and like breaking my nose. I feel like they thought about everything in terms of it being a gallon size, like this handle, like the flip top and the straw. And then when it does get lighter, it does have these like finger grips on the side. So you can like carry it or pick it up that way or hold it. I think it's actually meant for like two hands to be held like this and drink it this way. I hold it like a baby. I will literally cradle it in my arm like this and I'll just roll my arm in and drink out of it. Otherwise, like I keep saying, it's just too heavy when it's full. So I just do this. So that was a really amazing Christmas present. So thank you to Marie. I'll link it down below if you're interested. If you're trying to drink more water, I know that usually ends up being New Year's resolutions for people. It's like, oh, I need to drink more water. If that's your goal, if you want to drink a gallon of water a day, this is a great water bottle for you. I did also get a bunch of fun new makeup in. I placed an order at Nordstrom, and per usual, it just, I don't know, I guess they send it from different stores, but I've gotten, I don't know, I ordered maybe like 4 different things and I've gotten like 4 different packages. I don't know why they do that. Okay, Clinique looks like they've come out with some new lipsticks, and I ordered 3 of the shades. They're called Clinique Pop Longwear Lipstick. And it was just this whole family of nudes. So of course I was very delighted by that and very attracted to it. So Beige Pop, am I reading this right? Yes, Beige Pop. This is Beige Pop. It's a little too pinky peachy for me. This is not a great shade on me. So that's Beige Pop, which is not very beige, right? But I did order also, let's see, Bear Pop, which maybe is a little bit more promising. But look at this packaging, isn't that fun? So pretty. Here is Bear Pop. This seems to have a teensy bit of shimmer to it as well, and is not quite as pigmented. So this Bear Pop, yeah, do you see that? It looks just like more shiny. Interesting, okay. I mean, it should be the same formula essentially, but these look completely different. All right. And then finally I got Cappuccino Pop, because this one looked the most brown, I guess you could say. Yeah, the warmest. I will say none of these really look, oh, I don't like this. It's too orangey. None of these really look like the pictures on the site. I think the only one I actually really like is this Bear Pop, the one in the middle. Yeah, this is way too orangey. I would not call this Cappuccino Pop. I would call this like cinnamon pop. All right, well, that's one thing that I got. I also got from, sorry, because I already filmed all this for you guys. But I did also get a new eyeshadow palette. Here it is from Byredo. It's called Self Illusion, and it is the same packaging as their other eyeshadow palettes, which I love, 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 love. And look at these colors. Is that not beautiful? I love it. Everything is kind of like green leaning. So pretty. Like these two shades are so gorgeous. I'll do swatches and put that on for you guys. I did also get the Natasha Denona Mini Dream, My Mini Dream, My Mini Dream palette and blush here. And I actually haven't tried these on yet, but I will swatch these for you. I think I'm gonna try and do like a shorts to kind of demo the shades in here, but I really wanna put this on for you guys. And okay, you guys know how gaga I went over those Rouge Coco Bombs from Chanel, the new ones, 936 and 938. I did end up getting backups of those too. And they are finally available online, so I will link to these down below in my description box. But I love these. I love these. The two of them are in my bag. I have already used quite a bit of the chilling, both of them actually. They're like far down below the actual case. So I thought I was kind of being like maniacal getting these, but I think it was probably a good idea, especially if they're limited edition. I'm not sure if they are limited edition, but you know, when it comes to Chanel, they like discontinue things and bring things back before you even know it. So I'm like, let me just get backups because I know I'm using those and loving them. So I think that's all the new makeup that I got in. Oh no, that's a total lie. I picked up the new Tom Ford powder blush in #1 Love Scene. So it comes in this like Valentine's Day red packaging. And I saw this when I was walking through Neiman Marcus at our fashion show mall over my break. It's this baked gel powder blush. Isn't that pretty? I just thought that was such a pretty color. It also kind of reminds me of the bronzer that they came out with many years ago. It was a baked product and it didn't pick up well. And it was like it didn't apply that great. Anyway, I was like, it could be like that too, but it's actually pretty great because I have already tried it. It is pretty great. So can't wait to show you guys this. They came out basically with like a Valentine's Day, like a mini collection where they're re-promoting the Honeymoon palette in the red packaging. And then in the pans, in the 4 pans, there's like little hearts in there, just like this. And then I think there's like a lipstick, which is a color I don't believe is like a new color. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But this was entirely brand new. This formula, blush color, the whole thing. So I was like, oh my gosh, let me get it. So I picked this up at Neiman Marcus. So we'll be trying that on today. All right, let's get started. I'm just gonna throw on my Dr. Jar Premium BB. I'm sure you guys are like, Michelle, it's a new year. Can we get into something else? Maybe. Something better is just gonna have to come along. But so far, I'm still loving the Dr. Jart Premium BB for like an everyday light coverage SPF, tinted moisturizer situation. Oh, I got some new skincare too. Maybe we'll do that tonight. Yeah, we'll do that tonight as like a little evening skincare routine. I'll show you what I got. Some exciting stuff. There's like a new product that I was not aware of was coming out, but that was the other thing that I got from Nordstrom. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, what is this? What is this? It's a new product from La Mer. So very excited, but we'll have to see. All right, I'm looking a little pale. I'm gonna throw on my favorite cream bronzer from Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer in the shade Light. Is that not so good? The tone is so good. The texture is so good. You know, and the level of pigmentation is perfect. Not too much, but obviously something going on. It's like mistake proof. I love it. That is done. Let's jump into the Tom Ford blush. So excited to show this to you guys. So I've got my Sonia G Cheek Pro brush. And, you know, I always recommend when it comes to these like baked gelée products to use a natural haired brush because it just picks up product a lot better. So if you do have problems with like a synthetic brush that you have, either use a very dense synthetic brush or use a natural haired brush if you have. Otherwise, you may not be able to pick up much product from here. But this Cheek Pro brush works like a charm. If you happen to have this, works great. And this product, I've only seen online, I think so far at Selfridges. I think I saw Charlotte Holcroft post about this. So I think it is available at Selfridges. And of course they have that global express shipping deal for anyone outside the UK, which is always really, really handy. Isn't this blush so pretty? It's like the perfect peachy pink, not too warm, not too cool. Love it. And I've used this probably 3 or 4 times at this point, and it doesn't look like I've touched it. The wonders of baked gelée, the formula, it's so interesting. So beautiful. Okay, I'm just gonna throw on some of the Persona Swipe Up Brow Gel. I'm realizing my vanity is a mess. Again, what's new? And it's full of the absolute all-time favorite products that I made a video about. I haven't put those away. It's still just sitting out here. I should have done that over my break, and I just had too many other things to get through. Okay, let's jump into this Byredo Self Illusion palette. So I'm gonna be focusing on these 3 shades because it's just such a nice ombre. Let me just swatch all of these shades for you just so you can see just like the beautiful, subtle, like green, slightly blue tone in all these shades. Just so pretty. So there are the 4 shades. Sorry, that one is really light. Let me pick up a little bit more here. But do you see how that silver has a little bit of like a sage green? Oof. Okay, I'm gonna start with this shade. I'm gonna use my Sonia G Blender Pro and just start on the outer corner and blend in. The first few times I used this palette, I used some synthetic haired brushes versus this natural haired brush. This one is definitely working, I think, a bit better at blending out this shade, just FYI. So did you guys watch or catch up on any good TV over the break? I did. My husband and I started to accumulate a lot of things on our like to watch list. It was too much. I was like, we have to knock some of this down. So we started and finished the 2nd season of The Gilded Age on HBO. That was fun. It's not, it's not too deep. That was like brain candy. So that was like fun to watch. And then we started watching The Crown. We were on season 5, so we were like a season behind. So we finished season 5, and we're basically at the episode in season 6. Yeah, so far I have to say I'm kind of bored. The whole focus on Princess Diana is, of course, to be expected, but I don't know. I find that I really, really like the episodes in The Crown that kind of go back and explain something that maybe the royal family had something to do with in history, and then how I don't know, they're either being brought back to that time or it's affecting them now or the ramifications of it today, like that sort of storyline. I felt like there was a lot of that in the first 4 seasons, or like this sort of like royal perspective on something that happened in history, that we know from like history books, but not really from their point of view. That's the stuff that I find very interesting. Maybe because we were around for the Diana stuff, so it's almost like I'm not learning anything new. It's like I'm just seeing it being relived. So it's just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of boring. It's kind of boring right now. What do you guys think? I know some people are like loving it because they love the whole Princess Diana story, or whatever. And of course, I mean, she was such a magnetic person, and I almost said character, but she was a person. She was an actual person, Michelle, not just a character on the show. Yeah, I mean, she was so fascinating, But like I said, I just don't feel like I'm learning anything. I'm like, okay. I remember this, and then all the foreshadowing to, what happens this episode basically. It's like, okay, like we all know what's gonna happen. I think the most interesting aspect of all of this to me is Dodi Fayed Muhammad, Mumu, his dad, because I didn't realize how involved he was. I don't know if that's being dramatized, but I really did not know how involved he was in his son's life, in their coming together, and his, like, I guess you could call it like an obsession with England, I think, or the Brits or the UK. I just think it's fascinating. It's so interesting. So I just put on this middle shade kind of all over my lid. I'm gonna take, yeah, like a smaller dense brush. This is V31 from Isom, and I'm gonna go into this deep shade, which is very smoky on the lid. I mean, you can probably tell, but I think it also runs the risk of maybe having like a frosty situation, but it doesn't. It's very, very smoky. So I'm just gonna add it to the outer corner here and drag it over my lash line. So I know we watched more TV than that, but I can't remember now. I watched Oppenheimer. We talked about that. Are there any movies? Oh, we watched the new Indiana Jones movie. I thought that was terrible. It was terrible. It was so long and it was just boring. It was just kind of the same old thing. And it just wasn't, the story just wasn't that compelling. I didn't feel like, you know, it's Indiana Jones. Like you should kind of feel like on the edge of your seat a little bit. No, not at all. It was just like, okay, great. I felt kind of the same way watching completely different movies, but I felt kind of the same boredom watching Saltburn. I mean, there's some very, you know, shocking scenes, which I think were just thrown in there to be shocking, which nothing is more boring than that. But it was just kind of boring. There's no character development. The story was very, it was flat. The story itself wasn't flat, but it was told in a very flat way. But the acting was phenomenal. I thought the acting was really incredible. Like you were just, I had like no doubt that all these people were these characters in the movie. So we watched that. What else did we watch? I think that's it. And I told you or did I tell you? I finally finished the Karen Slaughter, Will Trent series, the 11 books. Book 12, I believe, is coming out either at the end of this year. Yeah, towards the end of this year. I wanted to say next year, but that's 2023. We are now in 2024. Yes, the book number 12, the next book, is coming out towards the end of this year. So I had to find something else. And I really like series because I get into characters or whatever, and I want to kind of keep going with it. So I am well into a book. You guys, I don't know the author, the name of the book, nothing, but it's, you know, it's about an FBI profiler, about a serial killer. Like, what's new? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I prefer Karen Slaughter's writing. She really goes in depth, which is what I love. She really goes in depth with the characters and the character development. And some comments I read on Amazon was like, oh, it's just like too much. Like she goes like way too like deep into it. But I'm like, but that's what I really love. That's, you know, that's how you like get involved. You know, you get involved with these characters and you really want to see like what happens to them. So I really enjoy that, but some people don't like that. So I'm looking around for my Wayne Goss mascara. I'm just gonna put a little on, not too much. So I am doing, I wanna say I'm doing a lot more reading at night than I am watching TV. The schedule that my husband and I would be on would, you know, we would turn on the TV, we would watch while we're eating, you know, dinner or whatever, and then we'd continue after dinner, just continue watching whatever it was we were watching or put on something new. And once dinner is done, I'm kind of done. It's like the assault is too much. I don't know if it's because I was doing a lot of editing during Mishmas and it's just like video and sound and video and sound where just lately I'm like, I just want to read. It's just so much simpler. It's so much easier. There isn't like, I don't feel like I'm being bombarded with, you know, noise and everything. So yeah, I just haven't really been into watching TV, just definitely more into reading after dinner, which has been great. I really hope that this series that I started, I just hope it kind of picks up a little bit more. I do think Karen Slaughter has other series that I'll have to read, but I thought I would kind of give it a break. I don't know, I may go back to it. Okay, let's try this Bear Pop. My God, my eyes. Yeah, Bear Pop from Clinique. Yeah, these are all the same. I'm so confused, sorry. So I had tried, like I keep saying, because I recorded this video already, I tried the beige pop because this is the one that came in, and then I just got the bear pop and the cappuccino pop. The beige pop and the cappuccino pop, I could tell when I swatched it, they have a much matter appearance, and these are touted as long-wear lipsticks, so they felt a little bit like, not drier, but like more like a typical satin lipstick. This feels like a moisturizing, it's not quite as pigmented, there's a little bit of shimmer, this Bear Pop. It's completely different. It feels completely different. It looks completely different. I don't know why it would be in the same line. Oh, wait a second. Oh, interesting, okay. So, do I still have, yeah, here's my beige pop. All right, okay. So these are all Clinique Pop long-wear lipsticks, right? Everything is labeled the same. But under the colors here, actually, this is probably better. Let me show you Cappuccino Pop, yeah. So here's Bear Pop, and here's Cappuccino Pop. Do you see it says shine, and this one says satin? That's the difference, okay. So if you like lipsticks that I like, which are more moisturizing, not necessarily long wear, lighter pigmentation, look for the shine finish versus the satin finish. The satin finish is great if you like a straight up lipstick, you know, one that's just like pigmented, there's no shimmers in there, it's just like a straight color. You'll like the satin better. I prefer the shine. Interesting, okay. I'm sure it was user error and it was on the website and I just missed it. But I really like this Bear Pop. I like it on more than the swatch. It's a very like My Lips But Better kind of shade. Well, there is my look using some of this new stuff. I really do like this eyeshadow palette. I just think it's so pretty. And it's very wintry, very, very wintry. I love that. And this blush surprised me. I really thought I was gonna have that bronzer situation where it was just gonna be difficult and kind of like patchy. It's beautiful. It goes on really, really nicely. All right, so that's some of the new stuff in. Oh, let me do swatches of this Natasha Denona for you because this looks really pretty. I have not gotten a chance, haven't gotten a chance to actually put this on. But like I said, I do wanna make a short of this, but these swatches, I mean, this palette really is, it looks incredible. What I like about her whole like My Dream line is that everything has, obviously it's very neutral, it's a very nude situation, but there's like a little bit of pink to it to just make it a little, like these three shades, I'm sure you can see it, just makes it a little bit cooler, a little bit on the cooler side. It's just, it's very, very pretty, very, very pretty. And it makes it, like I said, cooler, so probably a little bit different from what you have in your collection because we've been going warm for so long. I'm so happy to see all these cool color stories coming out. And then here's the My Mini Dream Glow Blush. So this is actually highlighter, and then there's like two blush shades. So let me swatch them individually, the three products in here. So highlighter and then the two blushes. The two blushes are very, very nude, and they're a little bit cooler, more pink than the Tom Ford. The Tom Ford has just a hint more heat to it than these. Look how pretty that highlight is. And then I suspect I'm gonna be using them just all together, kind of making this like a shimmery kind of blush. So let me swatch all three for you. So that's all three kind of mashed together. I think that's very pretty. Otherwise, the blushes, if you kind of keep your brush over here, has more of a matte sort of finish, and I like my cheek products to have a little bit of something going on. So a friend of mine got me an H&M gift card, so I picked up a couple of things. Actually, it's one thing in two different colors. I got these teddy fleece jackets. Let me put this on for you. I love them so much. I have been looking for teddy fleece jackets. I have that one from Portia that I got, but it's, you know, it's navy blue, which is not a color I wear often. And I wanted some more neutral colors and maybe a more modern sort of silhouette. So they had these. Okay, I have a hoodie on, so it's not really helping, but it zips all the way up. So you have this big like funnel neck. And it's a boxy, I wouldn't say cropped, but it's like a boxy shape. It's got 2 pockets here. It's got like these sleeves where the teddy fleece kind of rolls in, and then you've got the lining here, which is like a slick, slippery kind of like, you know, like polyester or something, but it makes it easy for you to like slide your hands or your arms through if you're wearing like a sweater or something. But I got this in this color, and I also got it in black. The black you can't really see, but it has like these seaming details. I just really like it. It's so cozy. It's so warm. I can wear it around the house. I can wear it out as a jacket, obviously. I just love it. I just love this like fuzzy fleece. And I had ordered one from Amazon, which I didn't even show you guys because I returned it, but it was, you know, like a fleece or something. It was a hoodie. It had, you know, it was a full zip front or whatever, but it wasn't nubby like this. Do you see how like this is like a typical like Sherpa kind of fleece? It was more like a hair, like a pile kind of material. And I don't know, like it was gonna get old and it wasn't gonna age well. So anyway, I just like when it's more of like a nubby texture like this. So that's what I picked up from H&M, and this is made out of 100% recycled polyester. So that's nice. Oh my God, I just want to leave it on, but I know it's ridiculous. I need to take this off. And I got a couple things for my Finland trip. I am definitely not done. I definitely have to get more layers and stuff. And in case you missed it, let me just back up a little bit. My husband and I are going on like a European vacation in a few weeks. So we're going to Paris, and then we're going north of the Arctic Circle in Finland to see the Northern Lights. And then on our way home, we're stopping into Copenhagen, and then we're coming home. So obviously for Paris and for Copenhagen, we're fine. We've got plenty of gear for that. I think the weather is probably gonna be a little bit similar to New York, which is where we're originally from. So we have plenty of clothing for that, but we don't have a lot of gear for north of the Arctic Circle. So actually, both of these things that I picked up are from your recommendations, so thank you very much. But one of you mentioned to definitely get a balaclava for the dog sledding. And if you guys don't know what a balaclava is, it is something that covers your head. It basically just leaves your eyes open. I mean, you could have ones that have like the full face open, but it's basically like a hood. It's like a snood, like a hood and like a neck covering. So I picked one up for my husband and I both. It's from a company called, where is it? Turtle Fur. That's the company name. And let me see if there's a name for this particular style, because if you do a search for balaclava, there's a lot of different ones, you know, for, depends on like how cold, or do you want it for wind or for rain, whatever. Anyway, it was just a lot. So I got, this is the Comfort Shell Classic Quantum lined with Comfort Plush. So I got black, but there are some like multicolored ones, which I did not like. But this one has Comfort Plush here, which is the area that covers your mouth. So this would go over my head. Here's the opening for the eyes. And then this I could pull up over my mouth and nose, or I could pull it down underneath my chin. But this has the Comfort Plush lining. So it's kind of like the material I was just talking about that I don't really like. It's actually shorter than like kind of like a furry pile, but this feels really, really nice. And I tried this on last night when I opened it up, and it's great. It is very, very snug, but I guess it has to be if it's gonna stay up. It is very, very snug. It is very, very warm. So very excited, glad we picked this up, and thank you to whomever it was out there that actually recommended this, because I didn't think of that. But as soon as I read your comment, I was like, yeah, of course, this definitely on a dog sled, very handy. And then another fine subscriber, they recommend, I put it away, hold on. They recommended getting a pair of Sherpa lined leggings from this company called Athleviate, I think is the proper pronunciation. But anyway, these leggings can stand up and walk away on their own. So they're like Teletubby leggings. Sherpa lining. And basically you can just wear these and be fine. So I'm gonna be testing them out. I got a size medium. They are unisex. I did try them on and they're fine. I mean, they're very unflattering black leggings. So I won't bother trying them on for you, but they look very comfortable. There's like no fuss to them. There's no pockets, no nothing. Just super thick, warm leggings. You can even like look down them. That's how stiff they are. But yeah, I'm excited. And my husband was like, why didn't you get me a pair? I'm like, I don't think you're gonna wanna be wearing these. I think he's gonna be like a multiple base layer kind of guy. We're gonna do some shopping, I think this weekend. We're gonna look for ski pants, basically, like waterproof, like technical pants, because we have warm clothing, but none of it is very technical. And we're gonna be out in the snow and everything. So yeah, we'll see. I think he needs to get a jacket as well. But of course, I will show you guys if I do end up getting anything, or I'll bring you along for the shopping trip. I don't know if it's going to be that exciting though, since it's a very practical, practical shopping. So that's what I got for Finland. Oh, I got some really, really lovely, lovely gifts. So Luna Scamuzzi, who is the owner, designer, you know, the brains behind Lucifer Vera Nestis, as you guys know, my favorite jewelry line. I went to the gym this morning and I haven't put my rings back on, but all those rings that I wear, it is Lucifer. And she sent me a pair of earrings for Christmas. They're so gorgeous. Let me put them on for you. Look at these pearl earrings. They're asymmetric. They're on 18 karat rose gold. Look at how cool they are. So there's 3 pearls on one and 1 on the other. So I've just been wearing the 3 on my left ear. Not that it matters, but that's just what I've been leaning towards. And all of her pieces, the hardware and everything, are hand cast. So these are on like this little hinge. So easy, very secure, but very easy to open and close. Aren't they cool? Oh my God, I love them so much. And they're not heavy. Like this side I thought, oh, is this gonna be too heavy? Not at all. And you know, Luna spends a lot of time regarding her designs in terms of like the weight and the wearability. Her jewelry is very, very eye-catching, but very wearable. It's this wonderful like meeting of those two worlds. And it's just, I love them. I love them so much. So a big thank you to Luna for sending these over. They're just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I've been wearing them nonstop because I think they're great every day, and then they're great going into evening if I go out to dinner or something. I probably wouldn't wear them with like a black hoodie, but yeah, they're very versatile and super comfortable, and I just love them so much. So beautiful. And since we're on the topic of jewelry, so I was using that Diamond Drunk jewelry cleanser to clean my jewelry, and it does a great job. But it's, you know, it's a little case. Do I have it? No, it's downstairs. It's just a little like container you pour the cleaner into. It's got that basket inside. You just leave it in there overnight or whatever, and then it comes with like a little brush, and you clean it and you rinse it off. Typical jewelry cleaner. But I have a lot of rings, and so when I was like sitting there scrubbing them all or whatever, it was taking more time than I would like to invest. And when I was actually over in Milan visiting Luna's studio, she was like, can I clean your rings? Because, you know, I always have them on and I don't clean them very often. So she used this like ultrasonic cleaner for them. And oh my God, like they looked brand new, absolutely brand new. Now I knew I wasn't gonna get a professional grade, professional level ultrasonic cleaner, but they have home use ones on Amazon. And so I decided to pick one up. So this one is the InvisiClean. Here's what it looks like. And here's the cord and the plug. And it just has this lid, super easy on off. And then there's a basket. And then inside the basket, there is actually a watch stand. So I put all my rings in the basket, and then there's like a min and max level in here. I put water in here basically to like cover up my rings. And then I got this ultra concentrated, super concentrated, biodegradable, non-ammoniated, non-toxic, non-flammable ultrasonic cleaning solution. And it is like a 40 times strength. So I just put like, I don't like less than a capful of that cleanser into the water here. And then I replace it with the lid. And then once you turn on, there's a power switch here. You turn this on and then it'll show how much time. And the default is 3 minutes. So how many seconds is that? 180 seconds. So you'll see 180 here and then you just hit on and then it turns off after 3 minutes. And then I take my jewelry out. You can put it on longer if you want, but there's all these like different like set times, preset times. So I just put it on for the 3 minutes and I pull them out and I just rinse it. I just take like the whole basket out. I run it under some tap water and then all my jewelry is clean. Everything has been looking really shiny. So I picked this up maybe, I don't know, I've used it twice and I'm thinking I'll probably use it like once a week. You can see how sparkly the diamonds are. I hope you can see. But yeah, it just does such a great job. So I'm so glad I got that. It's not that big. When I don't use it, I just dump the water out and then I just tuck it away. And like I said, I think I'm just gonna plan on using it like once a week. That's it. So, sorry, I'm just sitting down in my the little seat in my closet. So I just wanted to share with you what my husband got me for Christmas. So I didn't think we were exchanging gifts. I thought our, European vacation was the gift to ourselves. But he presented me with this gift. There's nothing I could show you, unfortunately, but he got me, and I'll flash some pictures up here from the website. Porsche has these experience centers, and there's one in LA. And so he got me basically like a gift card to this experience center where I can basically, use it for like driving time around the track, or I can drive around with, an expert, or I can take like a course. And so I think I want to take, there's like a 4-day course where you can get some classroom time and then get some track time where you actually learn how to drive the car. And I wouldn't be taking my car onto the track, but I would be borrowing one of the Experience Center's cars. So I think they put you in like the different models, like an S or a Turbo S or whatever, and they basically talk about like how best to drive it or whatever, or, if you're interested in like racing driving, like how to drive it for, racing on a track. So we're gonna do that. I'm so excited, but he's been watching me watch Formula One, and he sees how excited I am every time I get into my car. So he thought this would be a lot of fun, and it's something, he has absolutely no interest in driving around, but he's like, oh, it'd be fun to like go and watch you or whatever, or just like kind of poke around the experience center. So we're gonna make like a trip of it. We'll go to the one in LA. That's the one closest to us. And I don't know when we'll do it. Obviously it would depend on, I guess, the experience center's schedule, but I'm thinking maybe around my birthday. So in September we could go. I think that'll be a good time. It won't be too hot, or it'll be a nice way to celebrate my birthday. So I think we'll do that. So I'm so excited. It was so thoughtful of him to present me with that. It was like this, he tried to gift wrap an envelope. I was like, what is this? It was very funny, but so I'm excited for that, but that's what he got me. And I felt bad because I didn't get him anything. Like I said, I thought the European vacation was our gift, so maybe I'll pick him up something nice while we're in Europe. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, but I'm so looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. I did get a couple of things from some brands over the break. They came a little bit late, but I got something from Dior. Isn't this so pretty? Look at this bag. It's so pretty. And then there's I'll show you this side, the Dior ornament here. So pretty. I waited to open this up with you guys, so I don't know what's in here, but there is a very beautiful box. Isn't that such a pretty box? I'm like so taken by the box, I almost don't even want to open it. It's like foiled. Do you see all that? Oh, it's just gorgeous. And then they sent this beautiful card I haven't opened yet. So let's start with the card. It feels like a poster. It's so thick. Oh, wow. Oh my God, look at that. Ah, so pretty. Wow, that is so cool. Okay, it's supposed to be like this, I think. And then it's like 3D. Oh, and it's from the Dior team. That is so lovely. Wow, around the world, Christian Dior, right at the top there. If you kind of puff out the back, the butterfly actually spins around. So neat. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's get Let's get to the actual gift. Getting all wrapped up in the card there. Beautifully wrapped, of course. Oh, here's the dust bag. And it's a card case. Look how pretty that is. It has the CD logo there, and then you've got room for 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and then this center part also opens up. Oh, this is so nice. I've really gotten into card cases. I don't need a big old wallet anymore since everything's like on our phones, just a few essential cards and IDs and stuff. Oh, I love this. Wow, thank you so much to the Dior team. This is so pretty. What a nice surprise. And then this box just came from the Celine boutique at the Wynn. So the Dior is, you know, like a PR gift because I've worked with them. But Celine, definitely not a PR gift. I haven't worked with them. I've only purchased things from them. Let's see. Oh, there's a card. Wow, look at this box. Gorgeous. I love this ribbon with the Triomphe symbol on there. Oh, it's so cool. Let's see what the card says. To Michelle. God, look at this envelope. This card smells incredible. Dear Michelle, Happy New Year from us to you. Sincerely, Christian. Oh, Christian's my SA over at the Celine at the Wynn Resort. Let's see. Feels puffy. Wow. Oh my God. Look at this. It's like a silver clutch. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. Wow, I was really not expecting this at all. Oh, I love this. I love that it's silver, but it has gold hardware. So you can kind of use it for both. Oh, this is so amazing. Thank you so much. Here it says Celine Paris. Ooh, this almost feels rubberized. This is so cool. This feels like leather. This feels rubberized. Neat. It has a little wrist strap. Oh, this is so great. Thank you so much to the Celine fam over at the Wynn. May the holidays never end. All right, I am going to get back to work, but I will be back because I do want to show you some new skincare that I got, like I mentioned, the new product from La Mer. So I'll touch base again when I go upstairs to take my makeup off. Good evening. I am back to do my skincare for the evening. I'm gonna remove my makeup with my Coco Cleansing Spa Water. And I did want to show you a couple things, like I mentioned, that I got in, actually a few things that I got in over the holiday break, but I need to get this off my face first. But this wore pretty well, didn't it? I feel like the eyeshadow really stayed put, and I've had it on all day. It is about, what time is it? Where's my phone? It's just about 7 o'clock. We're having dinner late tonight because my husband is working out with our trainer. He signed up with the trainer as well, and he goes after work. So we don't eat until he gets home. Otherwise, I would have eaten dinner by now. You know me, early birdie. But yeah, I figured while I'm waiting for him, let me go ahead and do this, take off my makeup, and just get ready for bed. So once we eat and catch up on the day, I can just pass out, which is like my favorite thing to do. Am I the only one? I look forward to going to bed as soon as I wake up. Maybe right after my coffee. Coffee is like the highlight of my day, I think. And then it's just kind of downhill from there. Do my second cleanse with the Mila Morrissey Cleansing Balm. This is the one, I talked about this in my most used skincare video from Mishmiss, and I like this cleansing balm. I think it's very good, except it has these bits in there, which I believe are supposed to be exfoliating, but they stay behind, and I don't like that. So I'm just gonna use up this tub, and I don't think I'll be getting this cleansing balm again. And just taking a cloth and I literally like wipe all of this stuff off, and you would think all of those scrubby bits would come off with that motion, but no. So I alluded to this new product earlier when I was putting on new makeup. So as you guys know, the tonic from La Mer is like it's my all-time favorite toner, and it is one of my all-time favorite products from La Mer. Well, when I mentioned this in my most used skincare of 2023 video, and I went to go link to it or whatever, I was filling out my description box for the video, I noticed that it was hard to find, and I thought, that's odd. It's usually very well stocked. But then I was on the Nordstrom site and I noticed that they came out with the Essential Tonic. So I believe, I'm not sure, this is not confirmed by La Mer, but I think that they have gotten rid of the tonic and they have come out with the Essential Tonic. Now I've used this a couple times now and it's very nice. The bottle is the same size, by the way, 200 mils per bottle. And I do think there's been an improvement in the actual packaging. It is very pretty. The tonic, the original tonic, is more water-like. It's just thinner. It feels almost like nothing on the face, which is what I love. It doesn't leave a film behind. It doesn't make my skin feel especially tight and dry. It doesn't make my skin feel too greasy or oily or anything like that. I've used moisturizing tonics and I'm like, why bother? The Essential Tonic has a thicker consistency to it. I don't know if you'll be able to tell because it is still fairly thin. But it's just like a little more, there's just a little bit more substance to it. And there's like a little bit more glide to it. Here's a great illustration to like describe like the difference in the consistency. When I use this, the original tonic, I have to use a cotton pad. It's just too runny. If I just try to put it in my hands and just apply it to my face, like it would just get all over. It would just end up on my arms. This I can actually use you know, in the palm of my hand. I can spread it out and then I can apply it to my face. So it has that much more consistency. I don't need to use a cotton pad with this. It doesn't leave any residue. It does feel really nice on the skin, which I really enjoy. I was afraid that, you know, maybe I still have bits from that balm. I was afraid that what I loved about the original tonic was not going to be the same case with this one. But it is. Once this gets absorbed by my skin, it really kind of just leaves my skin feeling just very skin-like, which was my favorite thing about the tonic. It looks a lot cleaner. It looks a lot fresher. I look revived, but there's no residue or anything like that. It's really nice. If you're a fan of the original tonic, I think you may like this. So that's one new skincare product that came in during the holiday break. I'm just going to throw on the La Mer treatment lotion. This is fantastic for a big boost of moisture. After this step, I've been using the Dior Prestige Le Nectar Premier Serum. I talked about how this treatment lotion, this serum, and the moisture I was using was like the trifecta. I just felt like it's just made such a big difference in my skin. And this product was sent to me. So this is the Retrove, their new balancing face oil. So they've never had a straight up face oil in their lineup before. And a lot of their products are very, if you've used them before, you'll know what I'm saying, but it's all very kind of goopy and slimy. And so a lot of them felt almost like they could be an oil, like their serum, not their serum. Their names are also very unique too, like the way they name stuff. I think it was just their moisturizer. It just is very, very goopy. Their eye concentrate is very, very goopy, but they've never had a straight up oil. So I was really, really excited to open up this package, and I've been using it also for about a week now. And it's an oil like on the thinner side, which is really nice. I feel like, you know, when you have a multi-step skincare routine, like most of us probably do, it gets to be a lot. It gets to be a lot. So when I pumped this out and realized that this oil was, you know, a little bit on the runny side, I hope you can see that running down my fingers, I was relieved. I didn't know if I was going to get like another kind of thick, goopy product for them. And I thought, God, that's going to be a lot between the serum, the oil, and the moisturizer. But this is perfect. So I just like rub it all over my hands until my hands are really oily. And then I just press my hands against my face. Easy peasy. And you can see there's a good amount of product transfer. My face is quite shiny. So I've been loving this oil, feels great. And then I re-upped myself on the Claytopos Active Cream, I think in my 2023 most used skincare. This was the last piece of my trifecta. So the La Mer Treatment Lotion, the Dior Prestige, Le Nectar Premier Serum, and then the Claytopos Active Cream. I'm telling you, this combination has been really, really magical. My face has never looked this smooth. It really hasn't. It's just never looked this youthful. And when I was filming that video, I had just run out of this active cream and I was like, no! So I went ahead and I purchased another full jar. So I was using it both day and night, and you're really only supposed to use it in the nighttime. It is an evening cream. So I'm trying to, so that I don't go through the jar so quickly, I'm trying to use this just at night, but it just feels so good. It's so nourishing feeling. That it's been hard. It's been really hard. But yeah, I'm using it just at night now. And aside from coffee and actually going to sleep, it is one of the highlights of my day, is applying this cream. All right, that was all the new in skincare that I wanted to share with you. I think this vlog has been long enough. So thank you guys. Again, happy 2024. I hope you guys all had a great break. Let's make 2024 our best year ever. I'm really looking forward to this year. I think it's going to be wonderful. So it's good to see you guys, and I will see you very soon in my next vlog. Bye.